Hi everyone, this is Kasia from Tarot Map, and this is another installment in my Tarot de Marseille series. And I was just playing recently with the cards, and I came up with something which I know it's not new, lots of people do it, but I pulled all the major arcanas from the Magician, from 1 to 10, and pulled all the minors that correspond with the numbers. So for example, I pulled the Chariot, which is 7, and then I pulled all the 7s from the deck, just to see how the 7s connect or describe, maybe, I was just, playing and exploring, describe the major card or how they connect to it. So for example, if I pulled 7 of coins, isn't it kind of a bit stunning how even how the card is built kind of looks a little bit like a chariot? And often on this thing you have like like a bolt and a round circle, which reminds me a little bit of the middle arrow here. But the stability and the how the cards are divided, it's quite stunning, hey? Sorry, I'm just like the creative energy of the 3, which comes like, and the connection of body, mind, and spirit. And then the 4, if it's stable and you move on. But if it's not stable and the horses go apart, you kind of a little bit, you have to use your creative power to focus this energy. So I like this one. And another one is, for example, 7 of Wands. And you can see that the Charioteer would be then the middle wand, which is still not broken. It kind of heads maybe towards something, but it's stuck. Maybe there is this could be these 2 horses, the middle kind of cross, and it has to face a challenge, or maybe it has to face some kind of attitude from someone, or it has to face a opportunity, maybe, or maybe an obstacle on its way. In some way it's kind of being blocked, and it has to use again the power of mind or whatever to kind of keep going, or use the power to disrupt the stability and move on. Here's the 7 of Cups, and this one reminds me a little bit more of, maybe his heart, how his heart has to be in the right place for the, for all this energetic kind of input to blossom. And he has to protect his heart and listen to his heart. I'm just playing, but I'm trying to figure out. And here also this strong opposition and this kind of passionate mind which gets blocked, so it has to find a creative way to move around, because it kind of can get stuck if it's overthinking or thinking too much, or it's too full on, too passionate, too reckless or stuff like this. So check out, like, play with your deck, see how it goes, because that all the minors are a little bit different in all the Marseille decks. I mean, they're the same, but the colors and stuff. So for example, the Emperor, when we look at the stable cards, so there's, I don't know, this always reminds me of a face, like this is a nose and 2 eyes. But maybe an emotional stability, but also quite forceful. I don't know, I always see this 4 of Cups like it's like an arrow shoot between the cups. So it's like grounding the emotions, maybe, or in some way maybe like emotional forcefulness as well. And then there is very Emperor-like 4 of Coins, very stable and flourishing. Lots of flowery, so the opportunity to grow from the 4. And here the 4 of Swords could also imply that, you can get a little bit stuck. Like here, this flower seems to be a little jailed in the thinking or in between the swords. So it might be protective kind of thinking if you use swords as thinking in general, or it might be something which you protect, but your metal embrace might kind of stifle it, and if you don't allow it space to grow, it's just going to die or become very small, like in the Eight of Swords. So you can play like this. I thought it was really cool, and I loved it. So I did it for each of the major arcanas. But also, if you're not such a big fan of Marseille decks, you can do it with another deck. Like I started doing it with this strange Shapeshfiter tarot deck because I haven't used it much, and I thought, okay, I have the Lovers, and it's a little bit like Oracle, as I pulled all the sixes, and I thought, what am I going to learn this month, because Lovers is my monthly card for the for the month of May. So there's a passage, I think that should be like Six of Swords, so obviously there is some kind of initiation and a passage from one way of thinking maybe to another. Charity, something about charity, memories, so it comes nicely with Lovers, and victory as maybe higher perspective or wider understanding of things. There is, for example, the Mother, that's the Empress, number 3, and then we have what does the Empress teach us, the Mastery. So this is the mastery of shape-shifting, so maybe a creative mastery. Abundance, that's the flowing water, the fertility with the frogs. Partnership, why not? Wonderful. And also sorrow. So I love how it shows different aspects of the cards, because sorrow, you can also get caught up, the reverse side of the Empress can be like somebody who needs the attention all the time, who is caught up in their own way of how the world should be, and if they don't get it the way they want it, they're unhappy and can create a lot of drama and stuff. And for example, I was laughing about the Wheel of Fortune, which is 10, and how little space compared to, for example, other like 3s and so on, how little space there are on the cards left for anything else. So either you have to like change something or remove some stuff, because otherwise you're stuck, you cannot move any further. It's like so filled, the 10s are so full of elements on the cards that you have to go back to the ace, because otherwise you just cannot move, you're stuck. So this is quite a cool way to play with the cards. And just give it a go and see how you feel. I think Marseille decks, it's a cool way to actually explore the pips in a little bit more accessible way in some ways. Just try to find connections to the major, but with any other deck, it's going to be quite cool. I just thought I'm going to share it with you, and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Bye.